The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken.
And this is Ghostbox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakken, and thank you very much for joining me tonight. First of all, we have Adam in the house with us tonight. So, this is kind of the old days here, where I'm back in this studio. I think we call this the Matt McNeil studio. We don't do that, but whatever it's called. And then you're over on the board tonight.
I'm in the aunt house, if you want to call it. We're getting infested by ants. So unfortunately I wear jorts like all the time. So I've got my legs curled up. But we're going to talk about something tonight that can make people uncomfortable, but makes people like you and I insanely intrigued.
Well, absolutely. And that's the thing too, is that, so I had Suzanne Worthley on Tuesday, and that's when the ants started to make their way into AM 950. And so we've been talking about it all week, and I'm just glad that you're able to celebrate our new masters along with us and enjoy the overtaking of AM 950.
What it looks like out in front of the studio is they've got the ant traps that are almost look like tents.
Yep.
So if you remember,
completely useless. Yep.
Right. But if you remember, like back in the 80s and 90s, when there was a big concert that was going to happen and people would camp out literally a couple of days before tickets went on sale, that's what it looks like. The ants are waiting for, Taylor Swift to come back through, or the ant version of Taylor Swift.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all.
It will draw so much money. We need to book that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's great. Maybe we could sell airtime to it as well. One of the things, first of all, is you came out here, we both came out here when we're getting storms, and this is like cool storms tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's we are actually under a flood watch for those of you listening in the Eden Prairie area. We are under a flood watch. They have let the thunderstorm warning expire, but if we do get some rain around here, it looks like it is going to be flood potential. So let's keep that in mind.
And up in my area in Wright County, there's a severe thunderstorm watch, I think, still in effect till like midnight or something like that.
You guys had pretty skies. When I was leaving from Crystal to come down here, those skies were beautiful. Now driving down here, it was clear as we were driving down. So you look out the front of the car, beautiful. You look through the rearview mirror, it looked like the opening of Terminator 3.
Yeah, no, that's the way I like it. And this was it was beautiful. I spent some time out there before I got ready to come out here just to sit and take it all in, because it's not hot. It's kind of cool, a good wind, thunder, like the area, the night was electrified is the way I way I think about it. You walk outside, you can just feel the energy.
Yeah, it is one of those nights, which made me shocked that we were not under some sort of tornado watch or warning, because it felt like that energy.
Truly. Now, folks, since last night's episode with Erica Lukes, we've had a lot of people who had, were really interested in the disclosure information and the congressional hearings yesterday. Just to know that tomorrow for Casual Friday, we will be talking a little bit more about that and just our thoughts, and we definitely want your thoughts in there as well. But I do want to move on, because we got exciting guests tonight, two guests. As I am somebody who loves to promote haunted locations, I've been around the country. I've been to a lot of different places, and I really think that for me, one of the best places that I've been to, and I truly mean this, is the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas. And I've investigated there a number of times, and I just really feel like that there's a lot of great locations. Don't get me wrong. It's not saying the others are crap, but this one is really, this is a step above the rest. And I really wanted to talk about it. I have on the program tonight Stephanie O'Reilly, who is the owner of the McIntyre Villa. And I also have on my good friend, John Marson, because we went out there in the end of June and we had a really, really great time. And I really like the idea of his take as well. So Stephanie and John, welcome to Ghostbox Radio.
Thanks, Greg.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. And folks, if you have any questions tonight, you could always put your comments into the Facebook Lives where you're watching from right now. If you want to call in, you could do so, 952-946-6205. The number is 952-946-6205. Stephanie, let's just talk about the mansion and the villa. I mean, It is a mansion. It's very nice. It's a very big place. But later in the program, we're going to play some recordings, some EVPs, some electronic voice phenomena. But let's start with just talking about what the McIntyre Villa is, please.
First of all, I'm sorry, I don't have lighting. Okay, so the McIntyre Villa is it's a house in Atchison, Kansas that was built in 1889. We've had 9 documented deaths. One of them was a suicide. It was a boarding house for 27 years. And so it was already known for being haunted. And then I bought it 5.5 years ago.
That's it. That's the whole story right there.
That's the whole story.
That's the whole shebang.
I was going to say, well, I don't want to make it about me, but I'm like, I guess it would be about the McIntyre.
Well, I mean, it is yours, so you might as well. This is how interviews work, Steph. I ask questions and you give me answers, and that's just
pass.
And John, just so you know, that's how it's going to work for you as well. So I'm glad we can figure this out on the air. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now that I know how it works. Okay.
Yep.
So the story of the McIntyre, let's see, built in 1889 for John McIntyre, who was a saddle and harness maker. He was one of the wealthiest men in Kansas. He was also into real estate. He was from Ireland. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm on the spot, but you think I would know this.
And once again, this is how interviews work. But it is about you at the moment. I didn't know you'd be asking me questions.
Oh my gosh. Just give me a question. Yeah. And I'll say whatever I want to. How
about this? Let me throw something out. John, when you walked in, because first of all, the villa is this beautiful house, very well kept, very well maintained. When you and I were talking about going out there, and I don't know if you remember me talking about before you went out there, but I really built it up. I really built it up going out there. Did it live up to your expectations?
Oh my God. Beyond. Seriously, beyond.
Yeah.
It was just when you pull in the driveway and you're looking around the mansion, and it's like you can just feel the energies inside, and it's like, oh boy, we're in for a night here.
Yeah.
And once you walk in, it was lack of better word, it was nonstop, just getting our stuff together and relaxing a little bit. But it just started right away, from the footsteps to voices talking, and there was only 4 of us, and we were fairly quiet, and it's like, is everybody hearing this? And it's like, wow. I put McIntyre Villa number 1 from the places I've investigated at, and I've done some pretty amazing places.
Yeah.
Not of course like what you have done, Greg, but we've done some together, and I think, and I'll put you number 1. This place.
Thank you.
It did not disappoint, and it was unbelievable. The evidence or the experiences, it was nonstop as far as, and what I mean by nonstop, no, it wasn't just every second of the day, but I mean it kept going. It's like you get doing one thing, and another 15, 20 minutes later, something else.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. And we caught some very nice video, I think. And
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. No,
So,
number one.
so Steph, when for those on who's listening to the radio, you can't see Steph because we're all on doing a live as well. And Steph, when John's talking, you're just beaming, you're just smiling. That must make you feel really good that people are loving this place.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. Love hearing that. I know people, I guess my brain goes to, oh, they're saying that because I'm in their face, and but it's, people have said that, and I've not been a person to just like promote, not saying that I don't promote my house, but I don't write the TV shows, and I don't, contact other, I don't know. Maybe you kind of know what I'm saying, but everything that has been, or everyone that's been to the Villa, it's been word of mouth. And so it's things like that. When people say it's their favorite location, or they've had more activity there than other places. And I know, and I get it. I've been to places where nothing happens. And I've been to places where, holy crap, this is crazy. And it was an evening where, holy crap, it was crazy. I mean, when I came by just for a little bit, and something in front of it just moved on the table. I'm like, I mean, it was just, there are days that it's like that. It's nonstop.
And that happened to us when we were there, that something moved on the table. And
that's what I meant when you guys were
there. Well, yep. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if you meant some other time, because that place is continually moving on. And Steph, I don't know if you're looking at comments at all, but this is a great affirmation as well of this place. We have Tori, who said the house has never not been active when I've been there. Tori has also said hello, beautiful. So it's either it's either to John or myself, I'm assuming.
Obviously, yes.
So hello, Tori. Hello, Tori. But Kelly, who I know, the Villa is my favorite haunted location. Never disappoints.
I talk about her on every tour. I talk about when they came to the house on every tour. It's so funny because their group was in the dining room, and I was rushing around getting things finished, and they were going to go out to dinner. And I was upstairs on the second floor. I was going to hang out. I said, whatever. I told them how to get back in, and I'll be gone when you guys get back. And so I come down the hallway on the second floor, and something in my ear says, "Get out." And I started laughing because I thought it was them. And they're like, "We didn't say it." Not that I was thinking they were lying, but I kind of thought they were lying. And so I got on the camera, and you can hear, "Get out." It was, so I tell that story on almost every tour.
Yeah, that's right. And and that's the pretty amazing thing about all that. You had a question, Adam?
Yeah, actually, it was going to kind of piggyback off of one that just ran across in the chat. What did compel you to buy this place in the first place?
Oh, you didn't say what possessed you to buy this house.
I'm trying to be nice.
That was just assumed.
Yeah, because somebody had put it in the chat too. Was like, yeah, why would you buy this?
That was my sister that put that in there. Yeah.
Oh,
the reason I bought it was because, it was, I don't say it was kind of a joke, but I stayed at a different location and nothing happened. And then I went back maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks later. And we're the person who checked us in, I guess, recognized probably my loud mouth. I don't know. And so, because I was just there 2 weeks prior, and she had mentioned there's a house for sale and it's haunted. And I mean, who would think it would be that house? I mean, I don't know. I'd never been into Atchison before. I'd stayed at a different location, but when I saw the house, I just kept pulling it up and just looking at it. I even went on a cruise with my brother and his wife, and I'm like, look at this house. Look at this house. And I'm not obsessed with anything, but there was just something about the house. And I called my mom to see if she would co-sign as a joke. And she said, well, she didn't say no, but you could tell she was meaning no. She called me like 5 minutes later, and she had called my dad, and he said he would do it. So that joke led to, oh my gosh, we can do this. So that's why I did it.
Wow. And John, yes.
Thank you to your father for doing that. But just being there with you, the time we did spend together, I feel your passion for this place, and you take such great care of it. It's my opinion, immaculate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank
And
you.
the caring you have for this is heartfelt.
It's something that, like I said, I'm not obsessed with anything, but there's something about this house. And I know I've taken other ghost tours at places, and they're scripted, or which is fine, totally fine. You get to learn the history and paranormal no matter what. But I think you guys have been at my house. It's not scripted. We don't know what's coming out of my mouth.
No script, yeah.
We don't know what's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention. You gotta.
I will never finish a sentence. I will start a story and then not even finish it.
Who needs that?
Your place is no joke.
There's something about it that I just get so excited. So like when I take other tour locations at other locations, you can tell the difference in it's a job or they love it. And I'm glad that comes through, that I truly love it. Like, even if my tours aren't that professional, but I truly love the house.
So why don't we do this? Let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, John, I want you to talk about some of the experiences that we had at the house, and just we have some more questions in the chat, and we have a lot more to go through. You're listening to Ghostbox Radio on AM 950. Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh, every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with MetamorphosisConnections.com. MetamorphosisConnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search MetamorphosisConnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on MetamorphosisConnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting MetamorphosisConnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's MetamorphosisConnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Did you know that spiritual awakening is not all love and light? Surprise! Inner demons, ego deaths, and tower moments are on the horizon. But while life might hand you some harsh lessons, we've got the antidote to soothe your weary soul. Why not try a dragon's blood bath? Or schedule a Reiki aura repair? With books, herbs, talismans, candles, and more, we put the Shazam in shadow work. Visit Magus Books at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or magusbooks.com.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com.
Coming out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
Have you had a chance to answer our question of the week, which is, how old were you when you had your very first paranormal experience? And we're going to widen that. I mean, paranormal can mean anything. So a lot of us always just kind of lump it into like spirit and ghosts, that sort of thing. But let's talk about ufology. Let's talk about cryptoids, whatever you want. I'm just curious, and tomorrow's Casual Friday, so we will read through some of that. Feel free to put something in the comments if you like. Also, send me an email, comment@ghostboxradio.com. You can answer the question there. You can also, if you have any general feedback, if you have anything that you'd like to see, or if you have a guest that you'd like me to try to get on, just send me a note at ghostboxradio.com. And also, next Wednesday, August 2nd, August already, my goodness, we're going to be doing Ghost Stories and Beyond over at Billy's Bar and Grill in Anoka, Minnesota. That is where we just go through some ghost stories. We'll talk about what's been going on. We also want to hear your ghost stories. $10 to get in, but that doesn't cover food. But hey, it's half price burger Wednesday, so you're going to be set up there, have a couple beers. We'll talk over spirits, literally, and we'll have a good time. So consider coming out next Wednesday for Ghost Stories and Beyond. Char Savoy will be there. You might recognize her from such radio programs as, well, this one, and we'll just have a great conversation. So thank you very much. We are talking about the McIntyre Villa, and that's a wonderful place in Atchison, Kansas. We've been talking about where why Steph got it. We've been all curious about that, not sure what brought you to that, and so you answer that. Thank you very much. My sister does ask, though, do you actually live there? And I think that's a very interesting point.
Yes. No, I don't live there. I will never live there. No. Well, first, the house hates my dog, and my dog hates the house. Second, every owner that's lived there has died there. I ain't the brightest person, but no thanks. Nope. So yeah, not gonna happen.
But I think what's interesting about it, though, you do stay the night there occasionally, and that's when they kind of like to interact with you, perhaps is the proper word for that.
Yes, a lot of people think they like to mess with me they know when I'm by myself. Example, last Sunday, I had some friends over, and I thought we were all spending the night. I guess they didn't think that. So they ended up leaving. It was probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. I live a little over an hour away. So I just stayed, and I went into the TV room, and I shut both doors because I don't need to know what's going on around the house. Mm-hmm. And so, but you can't tune out the noise unless you're wearing headphones. So anyway, I was laying there, and you could hear just pounding and banging on the back staircase, which is the other side of the wall is where I was laying down. I honestly thought someone broke in, because once they left, they were gone. And I get on the outside cameras. I'm like, I don't know how to get out because I have to go through the kitchen. And first of all, the kitchen terrifies me anyway. But yeah, I thought, well, it's been a good run. I'm done. This is it. It was so loud. So they know when I'm by myself, and I guess I don't know if they're playing or if they're just like, why don't you go too? Get out also. I don't know.
I mean, John, being a seasoned paranormal investigator, what do you think about that? Would you be spending the night in there by yourself?
Heck no. No, I don't. I truly believe I don't think I could. And what your story you just told is absolutely true, because it happened to us when we were visiting your place. we were waiting for you to come by and do some investigating with us. And all four of us were, I forget which room it was.
The doll room, the doll room, wasn't it?
The doll room. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all sitting there doing a little EVP stuff. And it's quiet. And sure, we're expecting Steph to come by. And probably 10, 15 minutes go by. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Let me back up a minute, because we heard a vehicle pull in to the driveway. And it was a little loud. And it's like, that's odd, because you drive a nice car. It just seemed a little loud. And then all of a sudden, it was like running, heavy thumping up and down, up the steps or down the steps. And it's like we all said together, Steph's here, great. 5 minutes go by, it's like, there's no Steph.
Yeah.
So we go and look. Everything, the doors are locked, but you're not there. You didn't show up for like another, I don't know, what was it, Greg? About
20? Or something like that. Yeah.
Half hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, what was that? It was so loud.
It's so crazy, because I remember you telling me that, and you guys went to the basement because you thought I had gone to the basement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that was our next stop, was the basement, wasn't it?
It was, but I got to quickly say that I just love the fact that John the car mechanic's like, well, that ghost car, that seems like it has some problems to it. You know, it's awfully loud. It might be a muffler, and just like, I love it. That's great. I mean,
oh my goodness. But you know what's funny is that there's a lady at Linda who comes with her team every year, and she'll be there next month. Anyway, I think it was last summer when she was there, and they were there for 2 nights. The second day I was coming by to I'll give them something, and they were expecting me. Same thing. They were all sitting in Goldie's room, and they heard me come in. They heard my keys. They heard the door. So they're like, where is she? And it wasn't me. I wasn't there. I didn't show up for another probably 30, 45 minutes. Last Wednesday, I think it was, I was giving a tour to the group spending the night. And when they came in the kitchen door, I said, okay, is this everybody? Go ahead and you can leave your stuff on the kitchen table if you want to. I'm going to lock the door so that nobody can just walk in. And I gave them the tour. We came up from the basement, and I was about to leave, but I looked at the kitchen door and I was like, didn't I lock that? And they said, yeah, because I made it very clear. I'm going to lock the door so that nobody comes in. It was unlocked and wide open by the time we came up from the basement. And that was a little uncomfortable, but I wasn't staying the night, so I was good.
Yeah, right. Leaving it to you folks. Yeah, just
your house now.
Hopefully it's just not a stack of bodies when I return tomorrow. John, you're right. We went to the basement next, and that was interesting, right?
It was, that was very interesting. The way, well, what we did, I forget what room it was. We went to the back, and I forget what room you call that.
That's like where the doctors were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a curtain room that I felt, the one with the 2 curtains. That's what I call it, 2 curtain room, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that got very interesting, because we were all sitting in that room, and the way I was investigating that week, because we went to a few other places, but the way I was investigating that week is I would sit back and take it all in, and I would investigate feeling what I was feeling. And everybody else, or the other 3, they were doing different things. And I'm sure there's still EVPs to be had.
Yeah.
But I was sitting back in the dark as they were doing their stuff, and I just started feeling all the energies coming in. And I started looking off I was against by the window, and I was staring off into the rest of the basement. But over to the right a little bit, it caught my attention to where it seemed like I started seeing like a portal on the wall. And then all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there and I put myself in the zone. And I'm not claiming I'm anything, but I just put myself in the zone. And all of a sudden, a lot of faces started flashing at me. And one that sticks with me was, it was held out to me like this. It looked like a brand new baby. And I had men coming through, I had women coming through, children, but that baby really stuck out. And it's like, yeah, it got crazy. And, you know, as you're looking, yes.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, babies have a meaning in that room, right?
Me? Yeah. Oh.
Wow. I mean,
am I new at this? Oh,
yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh.
I guess I didn't realize every segment we have to remind everyone how a radio show works.
How
but
does
that's
this
cool.
work? Hello? No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, goodness. I am surprised every time somebody asks me to do something. I'm like, this is what you get.
Well, don't
Anyway,
worry,
sorry.
this is the last time.
I've heard baby.
No.
No, it's not. I have heard with my ears a baby crying. Not in that room, but in a different room, but in the basement. There are, 7 rooms. One of the rooms I did hear a baby crying, but the room you're talking about is super uncomfortable. I tell people it's my favorite, least favorite, but people have said possibly illegal medical procedures on women, possibly illegal adoptions, possibly illegal liquor sales. But I also make sure to tell people there is no documentation.
Yeah.
It's just what people have either felt or, I guess something like that.
That's the feeling I got.
Yeah. And it's a whole different feel. The sun goes down, the lights are out. You cannot see your hand in front of your face. You can't see anything. And you feel, as my friend Tori, who was on earlier, she said, you just feel very vulnerable. And you do. It's crazy.
And I feel like that there was like we were getting stuff through the spirit box that was kind of like doctor sort of stuff, if I recall, though we couldn't like Steph, you're saying like there's no documentation of that. There wasn't anything that stood out, but we had like a line of questioning that we were asking, and we were trying to get in line with what maybe John was seeing, so that maybe we could get some sort of like validation and whatnot. So, John, what else do you want to say about that room? Because that room affected you, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Absolutely. It was definitely, the baby was the main thing for me. Because I wasn't sure why I was seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just seemed like just so many different faces. Some were smiling, some were very sad, and men, women, from way back when to present, as far as clothing type stuff. I finally had to decide it's time to go out of this room, because it started getting really heavy. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but I think you've seen the same thing on the wall that I did.
Absolutely. The person standing back.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
giving me chills even right now.
Yep. He or she was just standing back against the wall, and you could see it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
In that same room?
Yes.
Yes.
Like a shadow person?
Yes.
Was it in front of the curtain on the right?
The doorway, and if you're looking at the doorway from where John was saying he was standing, it's the right corner then.
Oh, yes. I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
There is I have seen it stand in front of the curtain, and it's so dark you just think it's somebody in your group. Because,
but you could make out the figure. It was a figure standing there.
Yep, the whole time.
And when I seen that, it almost seemed like there was a portal there, but it was just standing there by the entry and exit way there. And that's when I started seeing all these faces. And when I pulled myself out of that part of it, it's like it just stood there and just like it was glaring at us.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. It made no interest. It had no interest in moving.
No.
It was very, it was very like stubborn almost.
Yep. It's like, this is my house. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And Steph is like, well, it ain't paying the rent. So it ain't paying the mortgage.
Right.
So.
I said that. I'm like, because I have gotten an EVP that said you didn't get permission. And it was right after some friends came over and they were helping me paint the rooms on the second floor. And then I got a very growly, robotic-y voice that said, you didn't get permission. I'm like, you didn't get permission. I'm like, wait a minute. If they don't show themselves, I don't have a mortgage to pay. So go ahead. I guess if they want to still think it's theirs, that's totally fine. But yeah, so they probably are like, why are they in my house? That's probably why a lot of people have gotten lately, get out, leave, run. Lately it's been saying die. And I'm like, you didn't say please.
Oh, nice.
I mean, so but I'm thinking that maybe they don't realize that it's not their house. Maybe, I don't know.
So Tori, who called John beautiful earlier, says that there is a connection between the buildings that John McIntyre owned and them being occupied by OBGYN clinics. She says that connection is documented.
Yes. Well, Mr. McIntyre had the largest convention hall in Kansas, and it was at 732 Commercial Street. I think it's like the street or the next street over. Anyway, he rented out office space, and one of them was an OBGYN who did home visits. And I don't know, it doesn't obviously say where he did his home visits, but yes, he did rent space from Mr. McIntyre.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I remember very clearly, and hopefully this isn't getting too deep for you, John, but I mean, it really did have an effect on you down there, it was very notable to see that. And it just, I mean, that, like a good investigator, you're just like, I'm gonna back away for a little bit. I'm gonna take a break, and that's when Steph eventually showed up. And
who's not a good investigator, because I'd be like, let's keep going.
Like, take me. Let's do this. Let's take our second break here, and so we can move on to a different subject. I want to play some evidence that you have provided before, Steph. We got one other thing that took place on the second floor that I want John and I to talk about, which is really cool. So we have a lot more to talk about. We're talking about the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas. You're listening to Ghostbox Radio on AM 950.
Need a stone to change your luck or break a curse? Try Larvikite, known for its hex-breaking powers. Need an herb to repel negative spirits? Try Rue, used to repel demons and jinn. Want to create a decoy so black magic can't touch you? Make a witch bottle. For more magical advice, visit Magus Books in Minneapolis. We've got the tools and the expert advice you need to succeed against the dark arts. Find us at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or at magusbooks.com.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com. Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Coming out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
And as I've been mentioning all week, we still have tickets left for the Anderson House with our special guest, Dave Schrader. That's 18th through 20th of August. August is already Tuesday, so it's coming up. We have a handful of tickets left. Dave has never investigated the Anderson House before, so it's going to be a really special day or a special weekend. There's a lot of stuff that we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. To get tickets, go to charvinity.com. That's CHARVINITY.com. Find the events on this website. You can get tickets there. You can see the full agenda of what we're going to be doing that weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow on Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken, Casual Friday, we're just going to be talking paranormal news. I'm going to think it's going to be a heavy UFO edition, Adam, as we're going to talk a little bit about that congressional hearing, and we got some other news items as well.
What, something happened this week with UFOs? I didn't hear anything about that.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
Okay.
Just another congressional hearing,
Oh, I thought, okay, because I saw Marvin the Martian all over the place on Twitter the other day. But oh my God, what I got to watch of that and then listening to your show the other night, man. I can't wait till Friday. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So Adam and I will be here tomorrow night. So join in. We're going to take calls. If you still want to call in today, 952-946-6205. And we have Stephanie O'Reilly. We have John Marson. We are talking about the McIntyre Villa, which has been really quite the exciting location. And since I've been there the first time, which I've been there probably half a dozen times, but I've only started going in 2022. So, I mean, that goes to show how much I really appreciate it. There's a lot of fans on here today, Steph, who've been really enjoying it. I've also shared in the comments where people can like your Facebook page. I'm going to say it on the air for people who are not on Facebook. Go to 1889 McIntyre Villa. That's McInteerVilla. Now, folks, keep in mind, I understand that you may not want to rush out there right now because that's just how things work. But like the page, when you're deciding to go on vacation or something, just it's a beautiful place. Atchison, Kansas is a beautiful place as well. It's a great small town. Everything about it is fantastic. Folks, I want to do some evidence. Steph, are you okay with me doing some evidence right now?
Absolutely.
So we'll see if this actually plays for everybody, since our tech man John Marson couldn't hear any of it when we tried earlier. So we're gonna, going to Tech Corner later, see if you can hear it. I have a number of EVPs. We got about 5 of them that we're gonna try to play here. We'll play them twice. Steph, maybe what I'll do, if you're fine with it, how do you want me to do it? Do you want to explain it if I tell you which one it is, or do you want us to play it first and then you can tell us what it is?
Oh gosh, whatever you want.
Okay, well, thanks for being really helpful on this program. You are like the perfect guest.
I mean, wow, to save my life.
No, it's refreshing. It really is. It's wow. So I don't remember it being like this the last time. I mean, you're much more.
I was thinking about that. I actually remember. I was so proud of myself because I filtered the whole time, and I was sitting in my car. There was a hailstorm. There were people in the villa, and I didn't want to talk and drive in a hailstorm. So I remember that. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had my life together then. I don't know.
Well, I mean, trust me, I understand the whole life together part of the equation here. Yeah. So here's the first one. It's called, and when the proper way of doing these is that you don't tell people what you're going to hear, but because we are have just over 10 minutes left, we're going to tell them what you're going to hear. And this one is called Evil Laugh. Okay. So folks, take a listen to this, and we might play it twice here, but here you go. Evil Laugh. So, John, did you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, good. The Tech Corner is working today. So, Steph, I mean, first of all, what I love about that clip, and for those listening on the radio, you hear it twice, and that's because it's 2 different cameras picking up the same laugh. One is louder, and the other one is maybe not quite as loud, only because it is in a different spot. I mean, that's incredible, Steph.
It's a different floor. I mean, it's
a different floor. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So the story on that one was, the night before, that was like 9:30 in the morning. I had some friends over, that we had spent the night, and they didn't want to go to the basement. So we didn't, and they wanted to wait till morning to go to the basement. So we were in the basement, just hanging out in one of the rooms, and we heard something fall. And because I'm lazy, I just checked the camera. I didn't want to go upstairs and see what fell.
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, why not? So I checked the camera, and we heard that fall, that bang, whatever it was. And then that's how we heard that laugh. Otherwise, I mean, it's so loud, and I get how people don't understand that we didn't hear it, but we didn't hear it. Because trust me, I would have bolted. I would have gone home. But I mean, it was so loud. So I don't even know I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't know. Let's
do this. Let's play it one more time, and we'll move on to the next one. So here is Evil Laugh again. Now that with a little context, maybe some folks might pick it up a little bit more this time. Here you go. Though somebody must have heard it, because you heard someone say, "What was that?" Or they heard something.
Yes, she did say, "What was that?" That's what we heard, because something fell.
That's right. That's right.
What was that? Yep.
I mean, next time, I guess that's what happens when I don't listen to what you're saying. I guess I just
what?
hey, how did you two get here? So the next one is titled "Ha Ha, You Can't Get Me." So let's take a listen to that. What the?
Wow.
Right? I mean, that's like, there's no British kid in your house, right? I mean, Harry Potter isn't in your house, right?
I forgot about that. I have not heard that in such a long time, but actually, I think I played it for Tori maybe few months ago. Anyway,
Tori's on the spot here, so yeah, Tori's all about it. So yeah.
Yep. So that story is there was a wedding reception at the villa, and it was over at 7 p.m. Then I had a group checking in at 8 p.m. And so I'm in the attic just waiting for the first group to leave, the wedding reception group to leave, and I get on the camera to see if they were gone, and they were not gone. So you can still hear a little bit of a woman talking, like in the dining room or kitchen or something like that. But yeah, I was just seeing if they were gone. That's how I heard this. I got on the camera in the library because there were some boys there playing chess, and I saw there was nobody there, but I heard something talking. I'm like, what? And then you could hear it on the dining room camera, the main staircase camera, the library camera, the hallway camera. It picked up on so many cameras that, I mean, it was crazy. And yeah, I don't know who the British kid is, but that's not the first time that there's been a British accent.
No,
I don't know.
And we're gonna play that one again, we're gonna play that as well because I mean I know what you're talking about. I want to play haha you can't get me again because that's just incredible. So here we go.
Then you can't get me.
Adam, are you gonna sleep with the lights on tonight?
You're giving me a ride home tonight. Don't have to look like an Uber.
Right. Nope. I'll give you a ride home. We're good. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Nope. Not...
But I will have my Superman nightlight on to protect you.
This is Thursday night. We freaked you out the last Thursday night. We're gonna do it again this Thursday night.
I'm gonna start rethinking Thursdays.
So moving on, we got one called Comeback. So here we go with that. That one's a little bit harder to hear, but it's there. It's there. Are we working you hard tonight, Adam, with the scary ones there? I could see like the color draining from your face.
Okay, that one was really cool. I liked that one.
Yeah.
That one is so that is a great example of when people are spending the night, I tell them for any reason, let me check the camera. If you want me to check it for any reason, you never know. And so those girls, I think they thought they heard something, but not sure what. So they messaged me and asked me to check the camera. And that's how we picked that up. So their recorders didn't pick it up. That's from my security camera, just because they heard something. And so I checked the camera and you can hear come back, which is kind of rude because I get told to get out, but whatever. I'm not mad.
It's not a competition, right? I mean, it clearly it is. It clearly is. Let's listen to that one again. We'll move on to the next one too. Here we go. Yeah, that's good stuff. Moving on, we got I don't know who this one is it's speaking to, but this one is called Stupid Dumb something else there. We're gonna hear it. It might have been about you, John. I'm not quite sure. You know, it might been like forewarned of you coming like 3 years, you know, early or something like that. So let's take a listen to this one.
Are you happy that we're in here? She's really screaming in that thing right now. I hate you, Stephanie. No, I'm not. Leave them right here. So bad. I'm really glad to take it tomorrow by myself until people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
even John's face. I'm enjoying this. I really am enjoying this. Yeah.
That is in the kids' room, and I had a girls' night. This is probably 3-4 years ago, and I asked Esmeralda, who is a 1800s marionette with human hair.
Yep.
She's in a locked case, but
That's
I had
all. Yep.
asked, "Can you hear me with those human-like ears?" And then I asked, "Are you happy we're in here?" Nothing happened. We heard nothing. I even apologized to the girl saying, "I can't schedule an appearance. Sorry." And the next day somebody asked me to check my camera. And then the response was, "No, I'm not, stupid, dumb B word." And that same laugh, which again, if we would have heard it I would have left. But
I mean that voice.
I didn't like that doll to begin with. No.
And I find that room the most comfortable in the entire second floor.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's something. Why don't let's play that again, and we'll move on to the last one here. So for those who want to not sleep tonight, here is an EVP.
Are you happy that we're in here? She's really screaming in that thing right now. I hate you, Stephanie. No, I'm not. He leaves them right so bad. You really and I just take her tomorrow by myself until people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
They love me there, though. You can tell. That's a term of endearment.
We have about 2 minutes left. Let's play the last one here, and we'll just. I won't even say the name of it because it'll be pretty obvious here. But here we go.
Hello. Hello.
So that was, and so there's one human component to it, but then there's one that isn't, right?
Correct. My friend Brenda says hello, and the response, which we did not hear, she heard it on her recorder that she had in the piano room, which is on the second floor. I'm sorry, on the main floor. We're in the basement, and she says hello, and then there's a response, hello, that some people think sounds like a parrot, or some people think sounds British.
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about that. My first thought went to British again, but yeah, it kind of does. Let's have another listen to it.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, that's Harry Potter's there again. So wow. As we wrap up, Steph, how do you want people to get in touch with you about just anything about the villa?
They can call me, they can text, they can email. Email is the same basically as my website, 1889 mcintyrevilla@gmail.com. Or they can get on the website, and the calendar is on there, and anything with the red dot is already taken. But you can, for $100, you can hold a date. I've even booked some Saturdays through April and May of next year. Every weekend's booked up until 2024 right now. But $100 holds a date, and your final payment's due a week prior. So if you see a date, just call me up and grab it.
That's perfect. And John Shar and I are going to do an event there next. Folks know that we're going to do one for people up in Minnesota. We'll get that information out as soon as we can on that. John, thank you very much for joining in tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. And Steph, it's always good to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking part tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks again, Steph.
Bye. Good to see you.
And so for you folks, tomorrow is Casual Friday. Monday, we'll be talking 75th anniversary of Roswell. Everyone have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow.